Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas, and this is a very special show that we have every week with Padma Shri recipient Dr. Sudhir Parikh. Dr. Namaste, welcome.
Namaskar, namaskar everyone.
So this has been a very eventful period, and the day when we are recording this episode is also known as National Unity Day, this being the birth anniversary of Loh Purush Sardar Patel. And there was a big event in the presence of Prime Minister Narendra Modi at that venue also. You have been to this place?
Yes, I've been to this venue. It is an excellent venue. It's unbelievable, beautiful Narmada rivers next to that Narmada dam, and surrounding is so serene and so beautiful and so natural, and it's a huge place. The statue is unbelievably beautiful, and it's, as you know, it's the largest, tallest statue of the world, and it's almost 3 times taller than our Statue of Liberty, and also it's taller than statue one in the China, that Laughing Buddha or something. So this is really done very nicely. And not only the statue, but inside the statue, in the ground floor, there is a museum there. And that museum has a lot of good history of independence of India. And really, I enjoyed it. I learned a lot, and I feel very proud of it.
Yeah, and I think Prime Minister Narendra Modi seems to have capacity to learn as well as teach about India's history and give credit where it is due. And in his presence, the event to mark national unity also was, there was one national unity oath, so which he did. And how do you feel the impact of these gestures by a leader?
This gesture is not only symbolic, but it gives a lot of messages to the people, because that gives a real message that Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi believes in unity of the country, believes in uniting all the caste, creed and different religion to one, because India cannot survive without unity, because India has such a diversified religions, diversified culture, diversified. You know, if you go 100 miles from your home in India, whole culture changes. If you go from Rajasthan to even Madhya Pradesh, your food changes, your culture changes, language changes, the way you talk, the way you behave, the way you celebrate the same religious thing, religious day differently. So India is really diversified country, which has and still remains one. And I think this gesture of Prime Minister really is well appreciated, and I'm sure people likes it and take the message that we all should stay united and enjoy our country and work for our country.
And India offers such a deep connect that you have left physically India for many decades, yet you feel the same sense of warmth and dedication for Bharat Mata, and so are many NRIs, whichever country they are in. So Prime Minister Narendra Modi is also demonstrating almost tireless energy. So here he attended this event, and there was another event, Amrit Kalash Yatra culminated in New Delhi at Kalyan Path. And so they had soil from different places, and it was a very symbolic event in the presence of thousands of people, and they have also announced some Yuva focused group which is also connecting on the internet. So overall, do you see him as a leader who is reaching, and most of the Indian people are resonating with that spirit?
Of course, he is the most popular Prime Minister of the century, because if you still look at after 10 years of his being a Prime Minister, still his popularity is above 70-75%. And that is very unusual to have any prime minister's popularity or any leader's popularity this high after 10 years of administration. So I think he is really popular prime minister. There is no doubt about it. Even today BJP is in the power because of him. And if I'm afraid that if he is not around for BJP, then BJP might be kind of fall back into
something else.
Something miss second, third place, and that is very risky. I mean, that is not good idea. So I think he is a leader, and he is the one who he is a BJP really, and not the BJP made him prime minister, but he made BJP a real party.
So probably you may have a grain of truth in what you are saying, but he himself would disagree with it, because a party is made by the cadre and sort of a discipline, and there are second, third leadership also. But looking at unity and the challenges that India is facing, and for that matter the whole world is in a state of turmoil with different regions facing some war, conflict, etc., etc. But moving towards Kerala for a second, and recently, of course, there was a bomb blast, and prior to that, there was an event where the gathering was also addressed virtually by a former Hamas leader. And Hamas, as you remember, on 7th October attacked Israel, and that was barbaric, etc. How do you see this development? Is it increasing a polarization which may affect adversely the spirit of India's unity?
Yes, of course. But again, this kind of encouragement or this kind of celebration of the Hamas leader and his presence in India is not a good idea, because that really polarizes community, and that leads to the unnecessary tension and unnecessary violence and unnecessary hate for each other. So I think we should try not to do this kind of thing in our country, and try to be united, try to be hate-free, and try to be kind of love each other,
So that love, and then I'm reminded of Mohabbat Ki Dukaan, Nafrat Ka Bazaar, references by Rahul Gandhi, and right now opposition is talking about their Apple phones having received some message which suggests that the state is attacking, or their phone might be compromised and some sensitive information may get leaked. But then that message also concludes by saying that this might be a false alarm, and so the opposition is up in the arms criticizing government for acting in such a fashion. How do you see this development?
Well, I think opposition before they get kind of up in arm and try to try to criticize the government of a day. I think both government and opposition should look into a little more detail. Government should inquire about that this is really false or true, because if it is most likely it must be false. But again, it kind of what do you call? Requires to clarify and for people's kind of satisfaction in general. Government should come with some official statement saying that no, this is not nothing to do with government, and this is not true. We are not government is not in business of taping anybody or so forth.
Yeah. So to give credit to the government, the statement from the ministry is that this has happened in 150 countries, and they have asked Apple to join in the probe to prove otherwise. And so that being said, the kind of push which is given to the digital economy is seen as a very positive thing, but at the same time, when sensitive information about people is compromised, it puts everyone at risk. So right now, what we are hearing is that over 81.5 crore people's data is available on the dark web. So So that is being discussed, and how that has happened. They say that during COVID, the way data was collected. So, how do you see these kind of situations? And there have been several cases where one individual or one business gets cheated online.
Yeah, well, I mean, this data collection is not bad thing in general or totality, but this collection of the data has to be done by authority or government, and it should not be used by anyone, unauthorized person, to sell that information to the commercial market, because it happened here in USA too. And if you do that, then people's private data informations becomes public, and anybody can then misuse it or abuse it, and it should be prevented from misuse or abuse of those data.
So the responsibility ultimately lies on the part of the government to make sure that they have enough protection so that data is not leaked. But as of now, what we know is that it is out there. So I don't know how it will evolve, but moving towards the other side, which is also being talked about in India very much, is the percentage of people who are getting a heart attack, and they say there is a connection between the vaccination during COVID, etc. You probably know about it more than many.
Yeah. I mean, we know since COVID vaccine came out, because our office, our research center was part of the COVID Moderna vaccine in 2020, a part of the study, and we know that 7% of the people with the COVID Moderna vaccine, at least, and Pfizer's RNA vaccine, has some kind of heart side effect, including most common is endocarditis or maybe even heart attack. And same thing with the other vaccine, like the one other company has, and those vaccine has a lot of neurological problem. A lot of people got the stroke from that. So, but the percentage is very small, and again in medicine, every medicine has side effect and bad effect, but you have to see risk and reward. If reward is much higher than risk, then I think always you take the reward and not to worry about risk. And if it happens, then of course you can always get help from the healthcare providers.
Absolutely. And as we conclude, something which is very significant and which has pulled America and several countries as well as India is a part of it, having criticized Hamas actions. 25, 26 down. How do you see? Is there any end in sight of Israel and Hamas?
Well, I think I mean a lot of bloodshed happened, a lot of bad thing happened. Hamas did a completely horrendous thing to the innocent people in Israel, right? And again, because of that conflict, there is a hostages are there. That's also not good idea. It's bad idea actually, and hostages should be released as soon as possible. But at the same time, also a lot of people died, and innocent people died in the Gaza Strip too. Has nothing to do with the Hamas. So I think enough bloodshed. I mean, bloodshed happened. So I think it's a time to sit down and negotiate, because all these things, unless you negotiate, if you negotiate, then probably hostages will come out without harm. If you negotiate, then probably innocent people will not get killed or suffered, or on both sides. More on the, I mean, doesn't matter which one is more or less, but I think there has to be some peaceful resolution now. And not only short-term resolution, but long-term resolution, and make sure that this thing never happens again. And in order to do that, you have to make some kind of solution where both the party can live in peace and harmony.
Absolutely. So two-state solution, whichever formula that emerges, we look forward to that. And As we conclude, your parting remarks for our viewers.
Well, dear friends, now we are entering into the very festive season of Deepavali or Diwali, as we call and know it. And let's enjoy the Diwali. Diwali is a festival where we all are wishing and learning and following always do the good thing over the to win the bad or evil personalities, and be good to everyone, respect everyone, and enjoy everyone company, and be happy. And so wish you all happy Diwali, and to my all Gujarati viewers, happy New Year, day after Diwali. So enjoy, eat lot of sweet, and have fun, and just be with the family, and this is the time to enjoy with the families. So after saying that, I would like to say, God bless America, God bless India, God bless Indian American, and we'll see you next time. Till then, goodbye. I love you all. Happy Diwali to everyone. Thank you.